as I've gone through this,
Yeah.
and you realize that actually we rub shoulders with the most people every day
Yeah.
who are desperate, people who are hurting, people who are lonely. And we may not even be aware that they have walked also dark roads. But then sometimes we actually realize that actually we are the ones. Just because somebody is so busy, preoccupied, or maybe overwhelmed themselves, and then we don't have time to talk to them. But actually, when they're also hurting. So I said, no. If people are out there have walked this journey, and I believe so many have walked this journey too.
Yeah.
But then the difference is that most people, when they get this kind of rejections, either from their family or in their relationships or in their journey of life, others take the wrong road. That's how we get people with now depression. We now get people who are into drugs. We see guys who are living careless lives. We see guys who are committing suicide.
You also say in the book that rejection also causes people to be their health.
Yeah. In
is
fact,
affected. Yeah.
my health was also affected badly. So that's where because when you look at the effects, that chapter of effects of rejection, all those were my own experiences. So, but
So what kind of effects? What kind of effects does rejection have?
so many. Let me just
name a few.
Name a few.
Point a few, yes.
Number one of the things rejection does is it kills your vision. You had a vision for doing something, but then when a rejection comes, and then if you're not careful, you can lose and drop that vision. You begin to live the life people want for you. You don't live your own dream. You don't live your own life. You even lose your passion for the things you love doing. You abandon them, and then you end up with poor health because of the rejections. You begin to feel hopeless. That's why actually right now most workers now, people wake up, go to work, come back, lock themselves in their rooms. And if you talk to most people who are working, most are not even eating well. Why? They don't have appetite for food. And if you ask them, heartbreaks of rejections and what. So people are in that mood of thinking, overthinking, deep thinking. So before you know it, health is affected. And then when that continues, then when you're not eating well, sometimes even you're eating lunch maybe at 6 p.m., yet you have not been doing anything. You get ulcers, you get issues with your weight, even because you have issues with your weight. And when that hopeless continues, you can end up with depression. Now the mental health comes in, then you end up with a lot of hopelessness, crying, and then suicide comes in. I've lost some of my friends. In fact, World Health Organization did research, and they published this year, 30th of January. According to WHO, 800,000 people commit suicide every year. Huge number. And then 264 million people suffer depression worldwide. Bring it to Uganda. Between 3rd of July to August, when COVID was here, we saw for the first time in my lifetime to hear people burning themselves. 4 men burned themselves. In Acholi sub-region, the police was reporting that over 10 people committed suicide, sadly, including a pastor. So that is how far depression has gone. And then so many other issues that come with. And then the issue of bitterness and anger comes in. And then before you know it, you can become so emotional. You have this uncontrolled anger for nothing. Maybe you are passing, people are laughing, then you get angry. That anger, you transfer it on any workmate, you transfer it on your spouse, you transfer it over the children, and that anger becomes chronic. So before you know it, your life is just a mess. Even spiritually.
So we will have to get a bit of a connection between rejection being a spiritual thing, because you struggled with that
Yes.
in your life. But we got to take a quick break, and come back in that sense. And we'll be coming back to let you know about what ABSA has in store for you.